The next page, or the next tab on the Preferences page, is the Linking tab. These items that are checked between input channels, aux returns, aux sends, matrices, and masters are just default what happens when you go to them and click that gray link button. If you have certain preferences that you want to happen, anytime you hit that gray link button, you could go in and change these to accommodate. If you change them, make sure you hit this button down at the bottom that says Change Existing. That will store to the console's globals and won't be reset until you clear the console back out from the first page. Every time you turn it on after you change existing, these global preferences will stick. If you have any linking preferences that are only via the two channels that you linked, you can always go to the channel level and go to the Link Options button and change it accordingly to those two channels that you link together. The last page and the last tab on the Preferences page, probably the most overlooked. This is delay compensation. Now, this console was designed to be working full on. So at its fastest is where it is when you take it out of the box. Now, to compensate for any latency that happens between here and in-ear monitoring or record and playback, we give you 4 options or presets for how your desk is going to operate. Front of house mix mode, 18 to 16 milliseconds of latency inside the system. Front of house mixed low latency mode, under 9 milliseconds. Monitor mix mode, about 12 to 10 milliseconds. And monitor mix low latency, usually 7 to 5 milliseconds. What it's doing by selecting these boxes or selecting different amount of these boxes isn't stopping operation to those items, it's actually just not checking all the paths. So if I'm only using one insert on the desk on one input channel, I could untick that box and gain back time from the machine so it doesn't sit there and check every insert that I'm not using when I'm only using one across the console. So you have the ability to adjust some of the latent parameters on the desk if you're dealing with in-ear monitoring, wedge monitoring, or front of house mixing. That was the Preferences page and all the tabs on the Midas Pro 2. Very functional. Everything on here is able to be set how the user wants to use the console. And remember, it saves to your show files, so moving from Pro Series desk to another Pro Series desk, take all those preferences with you. Thank you guys for checking out the training videos for Midas Pro Series consoles. I'm Kyle. Thank you for watching Music Group TV.